Hi guys, it's me again. So, we're doing our collage challenge. So, in a previous video, I gave you the prompts for this week, but here they are. Collage week 1. So, we've got a floral focal point, which you could have predicted, I know. Book page, remnant from either a scrapbooking pad or a digi-remnant that you've got, and words. So we've only got 4 prompts to go on, so we shouldn't get too lost in that. However, within each one, there's quite a lot of choice. So pull out some things that you think... Have you got a screenshot? Those of you that want a screenshot? There we go. So pull out some things that you think will fit the bill. This was the first one that I did, just to give you a bit of an idea about where my head's at. It's got a floral focal point. It's got a book page, in this case dictionary. It's got a remnant, which is this one, I think. And it's got words. Now I've put 3 words on here, but you don't need to. You know, you can have them all together. You can have just one word if you want to put beautiful or something. That's fine. You see what fits best with what you're up to. And for this one, I've used one of the backing papers, the background papers that I've given you. They're on my Ko-fi site. They're free. Just go and download them. They come out A5-ish, but I think there's an American one on there as well. So, you know, select the one that fits where you live. And print them out and then cut them in half. So I've selected this book to do my collages in. You might not want to. You might want to have them all on separate bits of paper. That's fine. I just know mine will get lost and dog-eared and everything if I don't keep them in a book. So I'm not overly keen on this cover. I'm not worried. I can always stick a collage on it if I want to. What does this measure? It measures almost 6 by 8 1/4. So it's A4 folded in half. And I get these books in sets of 3 from Hobbycraft, and they used to be next to nothing. I see the price has crept up, but they are really nice cartridge paper. So they're really quite thin. They take a fair bit, I think, if you wanted to chuck stuff at them, which we might in future weeks. And I've stuck the first background on there, and when I did, I noticed that I had the music upside down. Doesn't really matter, to be honest, but yeah, sorry about that. And that's next week's that I've got stuck down there as well. Okay, so that's our first 2 backgrounds. So for the first background, I wanted a floral focal point. So I looked through all my, this, which is all my bits of stuff. Bits of biggish stuff, the smaller stuff's in a different department. And I came up with, what did I come up with? This sort of seed packet is what it is, picture of a seed packet. I quite like it, but it doesn't stand out, you know, against this background. It won't have to, because there'll be other things going behind it. So don't worry that yours isn't kind of hit you in the face from the off. But I am going to ink around it, which will help to make it stand out. I'm using Vintage Photo. I'll probably use Vintage Photo throughout. If you think that bundled sage or something like that would look nice, collage is quite a personal thing. It's a very personal thing, actually. So you use the colour that you think is going to give you the best results. I like the browns, I like the neutrals. So there, when you put that on there, it stands out so much more, and that's just because we've inked around it. Now from here, I would say I could go 2 ways. I could select a pink, which is really nice, and I did lay out quite a lot of pinky things. All I think are from the Tim Holtz recent Ideology release. Or I could go green. Well, I'm going to go green. No shock there either. So I want that fairly central. It's my one and only focal point, and I'm going to try and build up around it. So the biggest thing probably going on the page is this. It's the book page, and it's from a wildflower book, and so it's got gorgeous pictures on that side. But alas, on this occasion, I don't want the pictures, I just want this. So I'm going to just tear down the side. It doesn't matter really how even or uneven it is, to be honest with you. Which is good, because I'm not good at tearing paper. That's maybe a little raggedy. Let's just get my tear ruler out. How wide do I want it? That would be a good question to answer, wouldn't it? I think I might put it on that side. So I'd like it to come sort of slightly more than halfway across there. So about there. I'm going to tear it there. That's easier, isn't it? And then I want to look at what height I want it. So from there, I've got that sort of about halfway along there. That's fine. So I'm going to cut off this bit at the top that says introduction. We don't need that. Or tear off, I should have said. And let's see where we want it to end at the bottom. Probably where the writing ends. Now I'm going to do mine square across the bottom. I'm going to tear it square. You don't have to. You can tear it at an angle, like this one here. So it's up to you. You can have the top at an angle, bottom, you know, it can go in and out. It's up to you what you feel like you want to do, really. So that's going to go there. That's going to go about there. Now this is quite bright. I think it's too bright. It's too white, I think, for my taste. So I'm going to move that out of the way because my dauber is shedding. It's breaking up. And it's dropping bits of ink everywhere. So I'm just going to ink around it. Ooh. And then I'm just going to pass my dauber over it just to tone it down a little bit. Later on we'll be able to add ink and things to it, and there's nothing stopping you adding ink to this now if you want to, but I'm kind of keeping that for later on, really. So I'm just going to just brush over the top there with my ink dauber. Just tone that white down a little bit. Doesn't have to be even or anything like that. We want it to look vintaged. So there we go. So that looks so much better already. So that's going to go there, and that's going to go about there. Right. So what else am I obligated to put in? A remnant. Right, that's a remnant. Anything else that's a remnant? This is, and this is. Okay. So this is a remnant. This green part here I thought would fit the bill. That's a remnant. All from Timmy scrapbook pads. This is a remnant, but it's very grey, and this isn't grey. It's a kind of warm neutral. So I don't think that exactly fits. So I'll discount that and put that back in the box for another day. Let me trim this off and see what it looks like. Pop that back in the box. So we've got this piece. That might go up there quite nicely. Needs the edges torn, but you might not like tearing your edges, in which case that's absolutely fine. You certainly don't have to. So the only other thing we've got left on the list of prompts is words. Now I want to look at that later on. Not yet. What else have I got? I've got some neutrals. That's a nice neutral. That's also a nice neutral, and this is green. I don't know if you can see that, but the pattern on it is green. So I like that. I do like that. It's one of these thick layers though. It might be just a little too large. I don't know. What do we think? I think it could be just a little bit too large. So I like that there, actually. I do like it. Let's just take that out and add something else and see what we think. Let's add this piece. Put that in there. See what we think of that. I quite like that, and when the edges are inked round, that'll look very nice. I've still got this piece that I really do like. I wonder if I could get that in there, just like that. Yeah. Yes, I like that. We've got green. This is a slightly darker green than showing up on the camera, but doesn't matter, nevertheless, that's fine. I did also get some little bits out. I got some stamps. I got the word kind, which I like, but I just came across it and thought, oh yeah, that's nice. That's another stamp. I've got 3 stamps in total. I've got the little field label one out, which could possibly go there with a stamp there, maybe. Yeah, I quite like that actually. I actually quite like it. And I've got 2 more stamps. I don't like that. They're just in a straight line. They're doing nothing for me. Nothing, I tell you. But I could put them down there. Yeah, that's okay. I've also got this little bit which I think is it's just part of a piece of ephemera which I've saved for some reason. The other thing that I thought I might quite like to do is to add one of the salvage tags. Now I'm not sure if he's still doing these or not. He changes, ideology changes what they stock. So these are the big ones in both the brown and the cream. But I think there's also smaller ones, so let's just have a look and see what there is. It's a tall one. And that's not the right colour. Tall one. A little brown one, that's quite nice. Oh, a little green one. Who knew? That is the right colour. So I'll lay that out as well. Pink, no, but I'll put that on my pink pile for when we come to that. I quite like that. I quite like that. Way. I quite like that as well. Oh no, I'm going to end up with loads that I like. Right, let's just pop these back in there. And have a look and see if we can make room for this. For a tag. I do like tags in my collages. So, no, that's not going to go there. That could go there though, right up to the top. But you can't see any of the writing. So no, discounting that as an idea. What about this one? Come on, get in. I'm holding everything too tightly is the problem. Yeah, I like that there, actually. I like that there, like that there, like that. Yeah, we're okay. I need something down here. This isn't, maybe that's not right there. I don't know. No, I liked it up there. What I don't want to do is leave this sort of gap. I don't like that look. So I'm going to bring that up there. So my top of this isn't square. It's, you know, stepping out in places. That needs to come down just a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I like that. I don't like those stamps there particularly. What else do I have? I've got this one. I think we're reaching saturation point. I feel like I am. Let's just move that out a bit and up a bit so we can see a bit more of that. I'm not overly keen on this field label because it's grey. It's the wrong colour. What colour's that? Grey as well, really. Okay, well that's alright. We don't have to have anything there. Maybe the two stamps would look better up there. Fill in this space here. So I want it just on the edge of there and just over the seed packet. Yeah, that's nice. And then I've got this one here that I can easily fit on there. Yeah, I'm not altogether sure about that piece now. It's sticking out at the bottom and not doing me any favours. But I do want something that joins up to here. So if I put that like that, would that look better? And this really, guys, this is it. You collage it. Let's just pop that in a little bit to there, and I'll get my single stamp down there. Whee, come back. I quite like that. I don't see that much wrong with that, to be honest. It looks good. Everything needs to be inked and stuck down, obviously. What I would recommend to you at this stage is, if this is your first kind of collage, leave it. Once you get it to that sort of stage, leave it, walk away, take a photograph if you've got a smartphone and walk away from it, because after an hour or two, or maybe after you've slept the next morning, you look at it and think, oh no, I didn't really like that. Whereas if you've got everything stuck down, it's too late. It's there. And I mean, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. It's going to be your collage book. You can always print this background off and have another go on the next page. But I quite like that. And I'd like to crack on and make a collage for you today. So let's see if I can do that. So I'm just going to go around this tag with my ink. Don't need to do the bottom parts, only the top bit that you'll see. And push the hole out, and I'm going to put some twine in there. I'm just going to use this very thin twine. Doesn't need to be thick because the hole is really quite small. And I'm just going to do it the way you normally would, nothing fancy. Like that. Pull the ears through. There we have it, that's fine. So that's going to go, did I say into there? Well, I like it there, so that's where it's going. Or did I have, I think I had it under there, didn't I? Yeah. Yeah, like that. I like that. There's writing on it that you can see. Yeah, that's fine. So the next thing that's on the bottom, actually that is the bottom, so let's stick that down first. So big deep breath before you start sticking. Now you might not be at this stage until, you know, next weekend. That's all right. It's fine. But all I would say is if you do get yours done, please would you just pop a picture in the Facebook group if you can. I'd really appreciate seeing it. And hearing about it, you know, if you've enjoyed doing it or if you thought it was a labour of love or a complete trial and you'll never be doing it again. Whatever. Just let me know. There we go, so that's fine. So the next piece is this piece. That goes next on the bottom. So I want to... do I want to tear that or not? No, I don't think I will actually. I like the book page being torn, but I'm all right with this. Of course, cream and green and pink are my very favourite colour combinations, so it's hardly surprising I've gone for this. You will find your, what they call voice, you'll find your style, and eventually, after practising lots and lots, you will get quicker at putting things together, at knowing instantly when you come across them in your bit box whether that's the piece you're looking for or not. So there's no right and wrong side to this. That goes under there. I can't remember now. Does that fit up to there? Just over it, I think. Yeah, just over it. There we go. So it's at this stage you will be really grateful that you've taken a photograph on your phone, because I didn't, because I'm using my phone. There we are. So let's just pop those back there and see which piece goes in next. I think it's the book page. Let's pop the book page down. It's already torn around and inked around, so it's a straight gluing job. You can use, you know, stick glue, whatever you call it, Pritt stick, glue stick is what I'm looking for, glue stick for this. I like using wet glue. Whenever I use glue stick, I end up in a right state, so I don't want to use that. So that goes over there and almost to the edge. I seem to remember we had it. Just like that. Fabulous. And then the next piece, I think, is this piece. Now then, let's just pop those off a minute. So that's going there like that. So I want to bring that in a little bit to there. Yeah. So let's ink it and stick it. I can't remember which side you can't see, so I'll just ink around the whole thing. I'm not saying I'm good at collage, incidentally. I don't practice it enough really to be good at it. But I do enjoy it. It's something I enjoy because I can get out all my remnant pieces and all my little Timmy ephemera and 49 and market ephemera, anything, you know. It's all fair game. Even brown packing paper, anything. Right, so that's where that's going. So this needs to go just over the book page, down to about there. Yeah, that's lovely. I'm not convinced that's straight, but it's stuck down now, so there we go. Right, so this piece is coming down here, isn't it? Just to break that book page up a bit. I like that there very much, actually. I'm going to have a stamp here to hide this bit here, which doesn't please me at all. I don't like that we can see the, you know, there's a square bit there that you can see through. I just just don't like it. You might. There we go. So this is a remnant as well from a Tim Holtz wallflower by the look of it, scrapbook pad. But I keep all my remnants of Timmy. It's just too valuable to throw away. And you never know when a situation like this comes along and you just need it. So I want that down there like that. I'll see if I can line it up on a bit of book page. Yeah, there we go. Whoa, I just moved it around. There we are. Lovely. Right, so, yeah, that's not straight. But I don't think I can move it now. So I've got that, and there should be another stamp somewhere. Where's my other stamp gone? Oh no. Where is it? Oh, let me have a look for it. Oh, it was under there all along. So I think we are now ready to stick that down. Whew, big job sticking the focal point down. But you kind of have to put it down before you move on to the little finishing pieces, which in my case are going to be the words and the stamps. So I want that about there and that about there. Yeah, I mean, this is radically off. It's not straight, but it is what it is. It's stuck down now. Right, so there we are. We've got our basic collage done. So now just a little bit of titivating. So I'm going to put that there. And I'm going to put these two up on the top here. Just so as it covers the edge of this. So it just gives a bit more interest into this space here. So yeah, I like those like that. I'm not going to ink around those because I think they stand out better not being inked around. That's a decision for you to make. So down below that point there and up over the focal point. Now I don't mind if you copy my layout pretty exactly, bearing in mind what you will have and what you won't have, or if you go completely along your own path. I'd be happy to see whatever you make either way. As I say, there's no definite sort of recipe that I can tell you to follow. So that's over this page here, over the focal point, just bringing this piece of card into play really. So I think that's pretty much it. I like that. I now just have to decide on some words. I don't know what words I'm going to use. Which words I'm going to use, I should say. These, I think, are sayings. Whereas these ones, the big chat, I think are just words. I might have a problem selecting words. I think I'll go with the ones that are already made into a saying. Start doing things you love, that's quite appropriate. We are fearless, independent and original. Oh look, it's always the small pieces that make the big picture. How perfect is that? Excellent. Now that's too long, you can see that. It's just too long to stick anywhere. It's just going to cut the collage in half and take away that lovely flow that we've got. So I am going to ink it. And when I cut it in half, I'll ink the cut edges as well. I just need to see where I fancy putting it. And I'm just going to go over it a little bit with the dauber. It's very white. There we go, that's fine. It's the small pieces. I've got hair on it. I don't know where, not sure where to put this. I shied away from putting it there because I've got all the words on that book page. So I think probably here. I'm going to cut it at the end of pieces anyway. In between pieces and that. And just ink that edge up. So let's have a look. What would that look like there? Maybe coming out from the edge of the... Yeah, I quite like that. I quite like it, so let's stick that down. I always use glue on the back of these because I don't think they're going to stick, you know, forever. So right up to the edge of the paper and along there. Lovely. It's always the small pieces that make the big picture, which is just perfect for a collage, I'd say. About there. About there. No, I've got something crazy going on there, so I'd need to put it over the stamp, which I don't want to do. So I think maybe there. Just balance it out nicely. I won't come right to the edge, because that would be too balanced for my eye. Look too ordered. So I'm going to bring it into about there. There we are. Is that straight? Who knows? I think that's better, like that. Okay, so all I want to do now is glue down this, behind this twine that we've put in. Just a bit of glue there, just to stop the twine from coming undone. So press that down. I don't need these two really long ends, so I'm just going to cut them off. And I believe that is our collage finished. So I'll bring in the one I did with the same background last time. Bear in mind this collage doesn't fit right to the edge of the paper, so I've got a white border on that. On this one I haven't. I would say that focal point stands out much more than this one, but there's not, you know, it doesn't have to. It's either way is fine. And here I've got the words, which I like. I like those to take your eye around the page nicely. And here we've got stamps and words, and that moves your eye as well across the page. And that's kind of always what you're aiming to do, to give your eye a path around your collage that doesn't jar it. You don't come across something all of a sudden and think, oh, what's that doing there? That's not right. So, yeah, I mean, with the obvious problem of that not being straight, but, you know, that's not the end of the world. There are our two first collages. This one I did quietly on my own, and this one I've just done with you, obviously. And then next week I'll do this one, and I'll give you the prompts that we're going to need for that. If you guys think that you want more backgrounds, let me know. Put it below in the comments, or post it on the group or whatever, and I'll do some more collage backgrounds for us to collage on top of, because that's a whole added thing, isn't it? Getting your background done. So if they're done digitally and you just print it out, that's a big step taken away. So actually, I really like that. I perhaps even prefer it to that one. I don't know. It's up to you to decide and to choose things that you've got, of course.
This is live TT coverage on TT Plus.
You can tell what I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be watching the motorbikes. Okay, guys, thanks ever so much for joining me. It's been really nice catching up with you and introducing you to this new project that I think in this book I've got 40 sides, I think. So, it's going to be 40 weeks anyway. So no rush to jump on board, but I would love to see what you've done. So take care, guys. Remember, be kind, and I'll see you very soon with our other new project, just Bob. Yay! The little golden book of Bob. So see you soon. Take care. Bye.